Kieran, thank you for talking to us before we look at Derby tomorrow evening. Tuesday night, debuts for Edwin Agbaje and Panucci Kamara coming on as well. How do you think the lads did?
Yeah, I thought they done well. I thought in general the performance was good. I enjoyed the performance, enjoyed the effort of the players. Obviously the game was distorted a little bit by the early red card, but no, I thought all the boys done well. The senior boys, again, Richard Keogh led by example. The younger players, Edwin and Twanda, coming in, I thought both did really well for their first starts, and Panucci was good for him to get some minutes. So he'll now get some minutes in the under-23s tomorrow, which would be a positive, and he's building his way up to full fitness and full sharpness.
Does that show as well the strength and unionship in the squad? You've got Edwin lining up next to Richard Keogh, and just the togetherness in the group.
Yeah, it's important to have that balance. I thought Martin spoke really well after the game about it. If we're giving opportunities to young players, we think it's always much more valuable if you can put them in a strong team with good senior players around them. And we've tried to do that throughout the EFL. See, Cameron Humphreys is a good example of that, has played in there beside Dominic Ball and Lee Evans in his 3 appearances in the competition, and done terrifically himself, but certainly benefited from the players he's playing beside. And we managed to do that the other night with Twanda and with Edwin as well, and I think it makes the experience so much more valuable for them. They learn so much more from it, and it gives them a better opportunity to do well. So I'm sure Edwin will have learned from how someone like Richard and Luke Wolfington and George in their periods on the pitch as well, how they dealt with that scenario, how they dealt with playing with a man less and still managed to stay calm and composed and play their game, and I'm sure he'll have learned a lot from the night.
And we will get to Derby, but another cup competition since we last spoke to you. We've got Bracknell Town away. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think it's a really good draw. Everyone's excited. Proper FA Cup draw, of course. I'm sure there'll be good interest in the game. Great tie for Bracknell. We seen the clips of their celebrations, and that was fantastic to see. It's what the cup's all about, and I'm sure they'll be really motivated and ready to give us a tough game and try and cause an upset. And it's a game we look forward to, and we'll have to be ready for it when it comes.
Derby tomorrow evening. It is one of those ties in the division that is 2 big teams, isn't it? It attracts a lot of attention. What do you expect from them? Yeah,
I expect of course a really difficult game, quite a different situation for them now, of course. A team that was quite a few additions in the summer, and they added well to the strong nucleus that they had there of the players who were in the championship last year. Brought in a lot of players late in the window, and I have to say recruited well and have built a good squad. Then a change of management, and of course a different ideas, different style, and the players will be adapting to that. But that we know it's going to be a tough game. We know with our Paul Warren team, you know what you're going to expect. You know that it's going to be a big challenge physically and mentally especially, and they're going to ask you certain questions, and we're going to have to really stand up to that. So it's a great game. We're excited for it. Hopefully the supporters are excited for it. We've got great numbers coming. I think it's going to be a really exciting atmosphere, and we hope the game matches that.
It is more than 28,000 in Portman Road with the Sky cameras in town as well. How much does that add to the occasion?
Not much, honestly, in my opinion anyway. We've not spoke about it with the players. As you said, it's 28,000 coming to Portman Road, and 2 big teams, 2 good teams, 2 big clubs, 2 passionate supporters base, and a full backing behind us. I don't think anyone's thoughts or minds will wander beyond what's going on in that pitch and the surrounds around it. So we can't wait for the game now.
Yeah, Caden said it's about trying to control the narrative, and how as a group do you do that?
I think it's just constantly speaking, communicating with the players. We know what we want to be as a team. We know what we want to do, and making sure that we stay balanced after every game. We reflect well on things that went well, reflect well on things we can improve, and make sure that we stay true and honest to how we want to be, how we set out in pre-season, and we stick with that. And I think the group have done well with that. I think we got a good balance to us. Of course, it's a difficult game now, and a game with big motivation, anxiety, I'm sure, and some nervousness in there, which can be real positives on these nights because it can give you the energy. And it's going to be a really, I think, high intensity, and it's a game that's going to have emotion and passion, and we're just looking forward to all that. We have to embrace that. We have to embrace the challenge, and at the same time find a way to stay composed enough to try and impose our game and play how we know we can play, and give ourselves a good chance to get the result.
And finally, is the group in a good place physically? It has been a very busy period, 3 games in I think 7 days and 3 games in 8 days coming up.
Yeah, in a good place. Not much changes really. Cameron Burgess has returned to full contact training today, so that was a big boost. So he'll start to ramp it up over the next week or so, and other than that, the boys were available last week, still here, and we're ready to go.